Hey guys, why did I just clap? So, yes, it is blue. It is better in the sunlight. You can see it. I have a new nose ring in and I am wearing a new jacket and I am back. And as it is before Christmas, obviously I wasn't doing any videos because I've been so busy with college work. I wasn't doing any videos over Christmas, the run up to Christmas. I just wasn't doing it because they just don't have time. So I'm hoping that between now and Christmas, I might get a few videos out. Who knows? I've just uploaded my hair dyeing video. I don't think you'll probably see there might not be many of them because who knows? Anyway, I've never done a story time before and this is the worst experience I've had on a bus ever. I kid you not, I had a panic attack. So, let's go. So, starting off with this, I honestly kid you not, I am not dramatising any of this. This is all true and this happened literally on Monday this week, I promise you. I'm on the bus and I'm sat there and I have my headphones in and I'm listening to God knows what, probably Conor Maynard, Little Mix, I don't know. It could have been anything at this point. I don't even remember. So I'm sat there and I'm obviously, I'm minding my own business. Bear this in mind, I literally could rant about this forever. Nobody sits next to me on the bus. Nobody. When I'm going to college, nobody will sit next to me. When I'm coming back from college, nobody will sit next to me. It's I don't understand why. Why will people not sit next to me on the bus? I don't know. Am I that, I don't know. I'm sorry about the sunlight, because, it's just... Anyway, so nobody sits next to me on the bus, and I'm sat there, and now this is where I'm left at a really bad disadvantage, because obviously nobody sat next to me on the bus, so that's left me open to this. So I'm sat there, and we stop, because the bus that I was on takes so many stops, and it's ridiculous. So I'm sat there, and literally... We stop at this stop, and this guy from another bus gets on and he starts shouting at the bus driver about this guy that was on the other bus. Apparently he come out of prison, apparently he was a murderer. He was the man was kicking off. And I was there. I don't like confrontation as it is, right? That makes me sound like a complete and utter wimp, but that's what I'm like. Anyway... So, I'm literally sat there with my headphones in, trying to ignore it, you're shouting, stop, because everybody's just sat there waiting to get into town, but you're shouting, and stop. So he carries on, and he walks down the bus, and I'm there the one thing you don't want is for the people that kick off to come and sit next to you, right? I'm sat there with my headphones in, not saying anything. There's other spaces on the bus, even though it's quite full. And I've developed this thing now, because when I come back, when I'm in college, because I'm in college now and I take the bus, I've developed this thing where I don't like sitting upstairs, so I sit downstairs and whatever. So, I'm literally sat there, not saying anything to anybody. Because I'm not Nonna. Nonna literally gets on the bus and talks to anybody and tells her life story. I love her to bits. Carry on. So literally, the worst thing that could have possibly happened. The guy that was kicking off, came and sat next to me. Now at this point, I'm dying inside. Because he's kicking off and he comes and sits right next to me and literally I'm texting because I'm trying not to start crying. I'm literally there you're kicking off next to me and he's shouting about this guy on the other bus and literally he carries on shouting and he's there I'm gonna go and mess that person up, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we get it. You're mad. You don't like him. Whether you knew him or not, I don't know. But I did see that he had, tear tattoos. I don't even remember what this kid looked like. But he had tear tattoos. And I researched it because I was telling Shannon, and I researched it. Basically, that means you've either murdered somebody, you've been to prison, or you've like lost a family or something. I don't know. I googled it. So I'm sat next to him, and I'm not dramatising this, I promise, this is true. I literally I was sat there having a panic attack because he was literally going, I thought he was going to elbow me in the face. Literally, I'm sat there like, I'm literally like trying not to curl up and die. Literally, promise you. I carry on, we're going down, and literally by this time he's quieting down a bit, and I'm there like, thank you. I've got nothing towards him, nothing against him. It just panicked me a bit, right? So I'm there like, okay, cool, yep, awesome. Yep. And I'm just sat there, and as I'm texting, he's trying to look over at my phone. So I'm there like, no. So I put my phone away and I carry on listening to what I'm listening to, hoping that it's just going to completely distract me from what's happened. And then he starts talking to somebody. Oh, God. He started talking, this old man, he shouldn't have said anything to him. The old guy shouldn't have said anything to him, but he did. You know, God, why did you just set him off gun? So the old guy is sat, you know, on buses when you have pushchair bits, where you push, you know, and you fold away your seat. You get what I mean? So the old guy sat there, and he starts swearing and putting his middle finger up at the guy that kicked off. I was there like, what are you doing? Why? And then the guy goes, he starts talking about he goes to work for your taxes and your old age pensioners benefits, and it's like, why are you kicking off? Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, it was somebody on the other bus. Why are you having a go at people on this one? So at this point, he's kicking off even more, he's moving even more, and he's literally sat next to me. So I am about ready to literally, I've taken this bus so many times and I know my way, and literally I was really prepared to get off at a random stop and then just get on the next bus that was coming behind, because I was not prepared and panicking sitting next to him. I literally was so scared. It was like, I couldn't breathe. And I was looking behind, and this woman was there, mouth to me. No way. I'm there like, would you like to sit next to him? Because I am. Like, would you actually like to experience this? Because it's like you could feel that, like, anger and rage radiating off him. I was there like, right, cool. Then because the man that was sat in the pushchair bit, one of the foldaway chairs, is sat next to this double seat, and somebody moved from one of the double seats. That was a mistake, because the guy then that was sat next to me then moved to go closer to the old man and started having a go at him closer up. Start shouting about, well, I say shouting, it wasn't really shouting, it was, I don't know how to describe it. It was literally like he was having a go at him. He was banging on about tax. He goes to work paying the old man's tax benefits, you know, my tax pays for your benefits, this, that, the other. I was there like, right, okay, carry on what you're doing. You're not next to me anymore, it's fine. This woman, as a pushchair, her and her friend have been laughing so loud. No, shut up. This is a bus. This is not. If you're going to laugh loudly, do it somewhere else. Don't do it on a bus when I could slightly turn around and just murder you, shout at you or something. Winds me up. she's there like, I'm going to get off this bus in a minute. Well, go then. Get off. Or sit there and ride it out. Shut up. So she's there, and bears in mind, I will admit her pushchair was near to them, who were arguing. They were still arguing, and I was like, okay, cool, all right, cool. The people who were sat behind him are going. It's like, obviously you don't want to say anything because then it would have just exploded. So everybody was just there like keeping their mouth shut, apart from this old guy who didn't. No disrespect to him. He stood his ground. Literally, I was like, literally, because this old guy had enough of him shouting, and literally, it was, I can't remember what they were saying. And literally, see what I mean? Not really a story time because I don't really. This isn't really. I'm telling this story because I literally freaked out, and I know I'm gonna be there. I know it sounds really pathetic. Anyway, so the guy's still shouting at the old man, like about his taxes and benefits and God knows what. They're still shouting. Yeah. Then the old guy literally raises his fist to the kid. Well, I say not kid, young guy. I don't know. Literally raises his fist to him, and then the kid's there like, yeah, go on then. But he doesn't. The old guy does not hit him. Well, I say doesn't hit him. He literally goes like that to the kid. And oh my God, thank God that we were so close to town, because as soon as I could, I got off that bus. Because I needed to get off. I couldn't breathe. I was panicking. I was like, oh my God. If this explodes, he could potentially, push, is what I can describe it as. He could potentially, like, I don't know, hurt somebody. Like, it was not might have been last week before that. I was on another bus. I keep having bad experience with buses. These kids, they were kicking off upstairs and fighting. Never mind, carry on. So, got off this bus, and I am walking so fast, like as far as my little legs can carry me, because I'm like 5 foot, but still, and I'm walking so fast, and I need to get to Nonar's bus stop, because it's Nonar, and Nonar will be there like, it's okay, it's alright, I love you, and I'm going to be like, yes, Nonar, I love you too. So I'm there, and I'm there like, please God, get me as far away as I can from here, now. And I'm walking like really fast, like, you could probably see dust behind me. And then all I hear is, you alright? I was there like, what? The guy that had kicked off on the bus was now walking next to me and asked me if I'm okay. I went, because I couldn't say anything to him. I couldn't breathe. Literally, there was nothing I could say to him because I didn't know what to say to him. It was like nothing I could say because I didn't know him and he scared me enough as it was. So I get to Nonna, who, her bus stop. I get to Nonna and I hug her and I'm trying to breathe and she's there like, are you okay? I'm there like, yeah. And she's there like, are you sure? I was like, yes. And I'm trying to breathe. And this guy, I then hear shouting again, turn round, behind Nonna's bus stop that is clear glass and not soundproof. So, like most bus stops aren't. So I decided that I wasn't going to tell Nonna at that exact moment. But when I could get into the shopping centre, I would tell her. Because obviously I watched him walk off. Before I watch him walk away, he starts, this other guy, literally, he was like a ball of anger. Literally, he said he needed a drink on the bus. He was like a blowing ball of anger, and it was like, okay, right, cool, awesome. So literally, I started hearing shouting. The guy is now kicking off at somebody who is just stood there next to one of the shops. Why? Like, why? What was the point of kicking off at him? I don't know. So he gets all up in his face and it's like, and then I'm there like, there's some Nonna. And I'm trying to breathe and I'm trying to tell Nonna, and Nonna's there like, are you okay? Like, I can't describe to her why I can't breathe because he's right there. And then he walks off, and then I see him walk off into the distance. And when when we get into the shopping centre, I tell Nonna, and Nonna goes, did he smell of alcohol? And they're like, well, not really. He said he needed a drink, but he didn't smell of it. She goes, well, could explain why. I was like, yeah, I know, but come on. I'm sat there and I'm trying to regain my breathing so I don't die. And literally, that is one of the worst experiences I've ever had on a bus. I tried to go into town today, and I could get 2 buses near my house. I can get 2 buses. I didn't want to get on that bus again at that time of the day. It was about 11:30, something like that. I didn't want to get on that bus it was like 11 o'clock, whatever. I didn't want to get on the bus at that time in case he got on again. It scared me, basically. It scared me a bit in case I see him again because I didn't like the way he acted the first time, and if he's going to kick off again, it's like, right, cool, awesome. And yeah, so I decided that I was going to get on the other bus, and I rang Nonna, and I was there like, Nonna, I don't really want to get on this bus, I'm going to talk to you. Because that one comes every 10-20 minutes, because that's really annoying. Anyway, enough of this, enough of me complaining, because it's worse than the time I complained about airports. Same location, same thing. Not blue hair though. Woo. Anyway, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Well, you can't follow me on Vine really anymore. So, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you sometime. Bye.